Hey everyone, Jess here, executive producer of Project Loki. Welcome to our second Fireside chat of 2024, where we talk about upcoming playtest changes and our thinking behind them. Before I get started, I'd like to remind you to like this video and subscribe to the Theorycraft Games YouTube channel, because I will be sad if you don't, and nobody wants that. Okay, 3-day playtest, February 29th to March 2nd. Same Loki time, same Loki channel. If you're too young to understand that reference, it's okay, because so am I. But I'm saying it anyway. What does matter is that we're doing a classic 3-day Project Loki playtest in both EU and NA from February 29th to March 2nd, with classic playtest hours 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. GMT and PT every day. And this time, we'll also include an extra bonus hour of Arena from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Let's talk about what's in this playtest. We're reverting back to equipment and unupgradable powers with some new additions. So for context, let's gather around for story time. Last Fireside chat, we wanted to dial up our build diversity, theory crafting, and progression. And to do that, we went all in on powers, taking out equipment and adding the ability to upgrade all powers to red tier, where they gain this extra crazy bonus. And I'd say we did achieve some of those goals, but reading your feedback also highlighted that there were higher costs than we expected. We may have pushed science too far. And at a high level, we know that Project Loki is best when the combat is good, with crisp teamfights and clean outplays. But as the strength of powers went up, we've seen teamfight clarity go down, along with games becoming much more snowbally than before. Ultimately, we felt ourselves drifting from the combat magic you've all told us makes Project Loki unique. And so with this build, you should see us back to focusing on hero combat and stat optimizations via equipment, along with powers being usable out the box with no upgrades. I'll also note, this isn't going to be like traveling back 2 months ago. We've learned a lot from this playtest, and some red tier powers are exciting enough that we're looking to bring them back as rare exotic powers in the future. It's times like these I will say how much I appreciate all of you as playtesters. When your head's down making the game, it's really easy to get lost in the sauce because you're so focused on solving the next problem. These playtests let us surface for air, hear your feedback, helps us calibrate our own feelings in specific moments. We'll have more detailed changes to share in the patch notes section on Discord. So things were definitely snowbally last playtest. We made PvPing give you everything you needed to max out across the board, while macro strategy and Pving fell to the wayside. We want teams to be able to snowball advantages, but they should be through a combination of PvPing, PvEing, and strategic play, not just going all in on one. And on reflection, we think we've been under-supporting PvE as a viable standalone strategy for gaining power, so we're going to be more deliberate about that moving forward. We want to reward PvE and efficient pathing and planning with steady, reliable power, while PvP will by nature be more risky and unreliable, albeit with higher upside. So, speaking just to PvE and macro strategy, we want to reward map mastery and smart pathing more with things like unique consumables, experience bonuses, or better stuff all around. You'll see us trying out some systemic changes here, like rare monster spawns, biome-specific resources, and zones that always have a higher density of loot. We're also adding more reliable ways to spend your gold, like shopkeepers having consistent inventory and more reliable upgrades, so you're thinking about your economy more consistently, rather than just spending it on what's in front of you. I'll also call out that this playtest we're going back to 40 players from 48. We're still optimistic we can support higher player counts, but our priority for now is to refine game strategy to a state we're happy with, and then we'll adjust the map and game pacing to account for a larger lobby. Okay, before I go, let's try some takeaways if you're too lazy to watch a 4-minute video. To make a short story even shorter, 1. Red powers are being dialed back because Project Loki's magic is about hero combat and sweet teamfights. Red powers were getting a little too rambunctious. 2. We want to reward macro strategy, PvE strategizers, and bloodthirsty PvPers, and are investing more in this differentiation. This game will not simply be about who brawls best. 3. We're temporarily going back to 40 players until we can put in the map and pacing work to accommodate 48 players. Okay, that's it. Remember to subscribe or I will know. See you all in playtest.
See you next week. Same bad time, same bad station.